Hey guys, welcome to I'm Adam.
And I'm Lawrence.
And guess what? You can't keep a good Kojima down, even if maybe that's what he would want. Yeah, but thanks to an upcoming interview with gaming outlet Famitsu. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you are. You got it.
We have some early indications of what former Metal Gear director Hideo Kojima is working on next.
Yes, and owing to the interview being Japanese, the grapevine of information is pretty long on this story. But because we're all good journalists here, we must cite correctly. So we're getting this info through Silicon Era, which in turn translated early coverage of the interview from Japanese gaming blog Hachima.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Hi.
Oh, jeez.
In the interview, Kojima dropped a couple of spicy references that zero in on the nature of his game. As usual, Kojima did say that it's not quite an open world title, but those that enjoy playing today's AAA titles, such as The Division and Uncharted, will be able to play it smoothly.
He also cautioned that gamers may find, quote, it's not as way out as they had expected, but I'm sure they'll understand once they play it.
That's typically how you understand things.
Yeah, when you play them.
You play it, yeah. But Kojima isn't mysterious at least about one thing. He definitively says the genre is action.
Third-person action, not quite open world, familiar to Division and Uncharted players.
Lake Pliskin.
Does kind of sound like Metal Gear a little bit, doesn't it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, he's been making this
stealth espionage action. This is purely action.
Yeah,
it's more like Metal Gear Rising.
And that's about it in terms of real info that we got here. But there are lots of other interesting little bits sprinkled around the interview. So let's go into that, Lawrence.
Yeah, Kojima's such an interesting guy. I don't know. So despite a AAA third-person action game sounding somewhat predictable, Kojima does promise that he's injecting some originality into it as well. He claims that, quote, along with the plot, characters, and game system, I'm brainstorming everything equally. Some parts are very new, so I'll need to experiment with it.
Fun, yeah. We'd like to speculate on what that could mean, but Kojima can be downright bonkers when he wants to be. With so little to go on and knowing Kojima's flair for the absurd, that could mean just about anything at this point.
Yeah, I mean, remember when he made a game you had to take out into the sunlight to charge your sun gun?
It's still the first game that blew my mind where I had to move my controller from port 1 to port 2.
Whoa! That's the whole game. You just gotta move your controllers around.
No,
can't do it anymore. They're all wireless. You're out of tricks, Kojima. He revealed some other small details about his current situation during the interview as well. They're not explicitly about his next game, but they're still interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, for starters, Kojima revealed that he chose to work with Sony Interactive Entertainment because they were the only bidder that didn't require what he calls the Hollywood method. Kojima explained that I didn't feel like doing any kind of detailed presentation, and as such went with Sony because they're giving me a vast amount of freedom, which makes it very easy to work with.
To provide a bit of context here, we assume Kojima's Hollywood method reference to mean that most publishers wanted some kind of grandiose demonstration or huge pitch of Kojima's next project.
Makes sense.
Kojima probably and justifiably feels that his body of work should speak for itself instead of requiring some kind of impressive demo and huge pitch about how much money he's going to make. From the sounds of it, he just may not have that hustle in him at the moment.
Truly is a East versus West mentality.
Could be, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's talking about Microsoft at that point because of the whole PT thing.
Well, I'm sure he was talking to EA and every other big publisher, Activision.
Yeah. And Sony's like, hey, we're bros.
Yeah, we got you, bro. Cool. You don't, hey, just take the check.
No.
You're good.
When asked if he wanted to take some time off, Kojima replied that, quote, I did want to get some rest, but taking some rest means my life tempo will go out of order, and no one would forgive me for that. That guy is hard on himself.
Yeah, he is. Well, from the sounds of it, sounds like everybody wants a little taste of Kojima right now. I mean, when you're hot, you're hot. Metal Gear Solid 5 was a fucking awesome game, and it earned shitloads of money for Konami, so
yep.
I think we can empathize with that a little bit. Once opportunities start flowing to you, and you start to feel like if you don't take advantage of every little opportunity, you might miss them forever. You gotta hit when the iron's hot, and if it's hot for a long time, you gotta keep hitting. This can lead to you forcing yourself to take on opportunities when you'd really just rather chill out for a month or two. But, you know, if you let it slip by and all of a sudden you're not a hot property anymore, your career just might end.
Yeah, you sleep when you're dead.
Yeah.
Kojima's always been a busy guy, though. We just hope our favorite little bespectacled developer doesn't work himself to exhaustion, like most Japanese people.
Right, yeah. Don't want him in the hospital.
Yeah. And finally, Kojima has some fuel for all of you conspiracy theorists out there. When asked about the Kojima Productions logo, he remarked that, I can't say yet, but the secret is found in the logo. Great.
God damn it, Kojima. You can't fucking help yourself, can you? Half-Life 3 confirmed. Fuck it.
We did it.
Now he's got all the internet zooming and enhancing all over that admittedly cool-looking logo.
It's a badass logo.
I kind of want it on a t-shirt. It's tight-fitting, a tri-cotton blend.
I'd get it as a tramp stamp.
But then once everybody's wearing it and they all get in a line and this guy rotates like that and over there, it's Metal Gear Solid logo.
Yeah, you get 4 guys that lay on top of each other. How do they interlock?
I don't know. What was it? was it the Phantom Pain logo had Metal Gear like laid on top of it?
People
How was
figured that out.
anyone supposed to figure that
They
out?
figured it out immediately.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Bullshit.
It was minutes.
It was within minutes. That premiere went up, a whale flew through the sky, and people went, Metal Gear Solid 5. Anyway, sadly, it is time for the back to earth moment here on The Know.
Yep.
Grab your socks because it's time to get bummed the fuck out.
Why did I say that?
I don't
What
know.
does that mean?
I don't even know. So it's easy to get excited for Kojima's next game, whatever it is. I mean, we've been enjoying his games for decades at this point. Just remember that it's still a long fucking way off. AAA games take forever to make, and they're getting bigger and longer every year. When was that, a dick reference?
It is now.
Jeez, man, I don't even know what I write anymore. I just hit her a haze, and then it's just a jumble of dick and fart jokes on the
It's
other.
overcast out, it's fine. Yeah, so for example, if you count the first tech demo for Metal Gear Solid 5 as a reveal, we had to wait nearly 3 years between first seeing the game and finally playing it. And that was when the game already had a demoable engine with Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, we're not even close to that point with Kojima's new game. I mean, we have to assume we're not. So consider yourself lucky if you're playing it before 2020 at this point.
Yeah. Then again, Kojima has loads of experience as a game director. Even though his current project is AAA in scope, perhaps he's choosing a type of game that can be produced quickly just to make sure he gets a product to market.
I guess, even still, I don't think we're looking at anything shorter than 3 years.
Yeah.
At this point, basically anything goes. It is nice to dream. I would like something science fiction. Kojima's dabbled in that before. You got Zone of the Enders, a Snatcher, with a Police Nuts. Imagine a futuristic third-person action game like Remember Me, except a game people remember. Snatcher was fun, despite being a pretty straight-up Terminator Blade Runner mashup, but then again, that's most of his video games. It's 80s movie plus 80s movie.
I see a world where we had a giant missed opportunity with PT, which, was supposed to be Silent Hills.
Man.
I would love to see some sort of third-person action horror game that actually works. People have been trying that for the past few years. I think Kojima's the guy to do it, and he tracks talent, so I think you can actually do something where he gets back to just effing with you. The good old days, getting effed with.
Yeah, I love getting effed with. Kojima's such a good effer.
Yeah.
What
But
was that Suda51 game that,
Killer 7.
No. Shit. Fuck, man, it was with Mikami. It was like Resident Evil 4-ish. It had
Oh.
the dude with a leather jacket as he
Wait.
had to save his girlfriend from hell. What the fuck was that game called? I don't like that game. That was good.
Wait, is the one where you're the ghost man? You solve mysteries?
No, that was, fuck, that was a Square game. With a fedora.
Anyway, that's it for our thoughts. What do you think?
Hold on, don't cut. Yeah, that's killing me. Shit.
Omar?
What was that called?
No more heroes?
You want
No.
No More Heroes?
Shadows of the Damned. That's what I was talking about.
And we're all out of time.
No one played that one? Nobody? No, just me. All right.
His mother was struck by lightning or something. I forget. What was that in Blade? She was
Oh.
no,
She was bit while she was pregnant with him, I thought.
while getting struck by lightning.
What is the lightning? You gotta let go
I'm
of that
thinking of
one.
powder. Fuck.
Always power.
The exact opposite.
It's almost the exact same opening though.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Blade and Powder are the same movie.
Blade had that really cool New Order remix in that Blood Rave.
Yeah, when I worked at
Like 12 minutes long.
Magic Mountain.
It's a really good
on the
workout
ride
song.
X, that song played for 8 hours a day. But it wasn't the full song. They could only loop 45 seconds of it, so it's just